What is happening, Nexus crew? Get ready, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today, and we've got the freshest, hottest updates straight to your screen. The digital world never sleeps, and neither do we when it comes to bringing you the stories that matter. From massive game releases that are breaking the internet to surprising shifts in the gaming landscape, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of information that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. You think you know what's coming. Think again, we've got details dropping that will shake up your gaming world. Stick around, because this is PS5 Nexus, and we're about to drop some serious knowledge. First up, the gaming world is reeling from a launch that has shattered expectations and, quite literally, brought storefronts to their knees. We're talking about a title so anticipated that its arrival caused widespread outages across major platforms. We've got the inside scoop on what happened and what it means for the future of big releases. Then, we're shifting gears to explore the challenging realities of VR development. A new report reveals that bringing a popular title to a major VR platform is proving to be a much tougher financial climb than expected. Is the market ready for this technology, or are developers facing an uphill battle? And finally, a subscription service classic is getting a surprising regional twist that's leaving some players scratching their heads. We'll break down exactly what's happening and why it matters to you. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Hollow Knight, Silksong's storage footprint revealed. Prepare yourselves, because the much-anticipated sequel, Hollow Knight, Silksong, has finally landed, and it's already making colossal waves. While the original Hollow Knight was celebrated for its compact size, Silksong arrives with a significantly larger scope, yet developer Team Cherry has performed a remarkable feat of optimization, ensuring minimal strain on your precious storage space. This is a testament to their incredible development prowess, especially considering the game's immense popularity right out of the gate. In a stunning display of demand, Silksong didn't just meet. It shattered the original Hollow Knight's all-time peak player count within a mere 15 minutes of its release. This surge was so intense that it led to temporary outages on Steam, Xbox, and Nintendo's eShop, highlighting the sheer gravitational pull of this highly awaited title. For those eager to dive into the sprawling world of Hollow Knight's successor but haven't yet downloaded it, we've compiled the official file sizes across all major platforms. On PC, you'll need to allocate 7.56 GB. For PlayStation users, the PS4 requires 4 GB, while the PS5 demands a slightly larger 2.5 GB. Xbox players should prepare for an 8.01 GB download. Meanwhile, Nintendo Switch owners will find the game remarkably lean, with Switch 1 needing just 2.6 GB and Switch 2 requiring 4 GB. These figures are not only accurate, having been verified across all storefronts, but they also mean you can likely download Silksong without the agonizing decision of deleting other beloved games. Initially, there were concerns about the game's potential size given the developer's comments on its expanded scope. However, Silksong avoids the hefty storage demands of AAA open-world titles by focusing on its core gameplay loop and intricate design. This optimization promises a smooth and silky performance across all platforms, ensuring an immersive experience without the burden of excessive file sizes. The question now is, which platform will you be exploring the vastness of Silksong on? And will you be supporting Team Cherry by purchasing it on multiple formats? Let us know your thoughts and platform of choice on the PS5 Nexus forum. If you're planning to lose yourself in the world of Silksong for hours on end, don't forget to check out the Hollow Knight Silksong trophy list to guide your quest for completion. Still buzzing from Silksong's massive launch? Well, that's just the beginning of our news roundup today. Next, we're diving into the chaos that followed that incredible release, as storefronts struggled to keep up. Silksong release crashes digital stores worldwide. Hollow Knight, Silksong didn't just launch, it detonated across the digital landscape, and the immediate aftermath was pure chaos. Within mere minutes of its highly anticipated release, major video game storefronts worldwide buckled under the unprecedented demand, struggling to stay online. Shortly after its official 10 a.m. ET launch time, platforms like Steam, the Nintendo eShop, Xbox, and PlayStation stores were plagued by error messages or simply refused to load, leaving legions of eager fans in digital limbo. This phenomenon underscores the immense hype surrounding Silksong, a title that has been years in the making and is considered one of the most anticipated indie releases in recent memory. The sheer anticipation for this game was so potent that several other indie developers, planning releases around the same time, made the strategic decision to postpone their own titles, effectively clearing the runway to avoid competing with Silksong's gravitational pull. Adding to this feverish excitement is the game's incredibly accessible price point. In an era where blockbuster titles are commanding prices of $80 and $90, Team Cherry has released Silksong for a mere $20, making it an irresistible proposition for players worldwide. This combination of pent-up demand, critical acclaim, and an affordable price tag created a perfect storm that overwhelmed digital infrastructure. The impact of Silksong's release has even revitalized interest in its predecessor. In the days leading up to the sequel's launch, the original Hollow Knight experienced a significant surge in player numbers on Steam, achieving its highest concurrent player count ever, a remarkable feat considering the game was released back in 2017. However, Silksong has already surpassed that milestone, with SteamDB reporting over 100,000 concurrent players at its peak. This number is expected to climb even higher as players continue to navigate the temporary issues with Steam and the other gaming storefronts, eventually gaining full access to this highly anticipated title. The success of Silksong is not just a win for Team Cherry, but a powerful statement about the indie game scene's ability to captivate a global audience and command immense attention, even challenging the dominance of AAA releases. The digital stores are recovering, but the story of Silksong's impact is far from over. Now, let's switch gears to the often challenging world of virtual reality development and see what's happening with one of its recent releases. VR developers Stark Reality, PSVR2 port far from paying for itself. The burgeoning world of virtual reality gaming often presents a landscape of innovation and exciting possibilities, but a recent revelation from the developers of the mech brawler Underdogs sheds light on the stark financial realities many face. One Hamsa, the studio behind the game, has stated that the PlayStation VR2 port of their title is still far from paying for itself. This candid admission came in response to a query on the social platform X, questioning the financial viability of bringing the game to Sony's dedicated VR hardware. The developer expressed their satisfaction with being able to deliver the game to the PSVR2 audience, but the financial outlook remains challenging. Underdogs initially launched its physics-based mech brawler on MetaQuest and PC VR in early 2024, with a Pico release following later that year. The decision to port the game to PlayStation VR2, with Perp Games acting as the publisher, was met with enthusiasm from PSVR2 owners. However, the sales figures thus far suggest that profitability has not yet been achieved. This situation mirrors a broader trend observed among many VR developers, who report significantly higher sales volumes on the Meta Quest platform compared to other VR ecosystems, even with Meta's evolving discoverability strategies. While there are notable exceptions, such as Max Mustard and Amid Evil VR, which saw stronger initial sales on PSVR2 and Steam respectively compared to Quest, these are generally considered outliers. The process of porting a game to PlayStation VR2 involves a unique set of hurdles. Developers must contend with a closed SDK, stringent technical certification requirements, and other overhead costs, making the development process more complex and resource-intensive than releasing on PC or even porting between different Android-based OpenXR headsets. Although Sony's recent price cut for the PSVR2 hardware may have increased the pool of potential buyers for VR games, the question remains whether the platform holder can also take steps to mitigate the costs associated with porting games to their system. This financial pressure on developers highlights the ongoing challenges in scaling the VR market and ensuring its long-term sustainability beyond enthusiast adoption. It's a tough market out there for VR developers, and that's a sobering thought. But speaking of subscription services and unexpected changes, our next story brings a surprising regional twist to a popular free game offering. PlayStation Plus free game swap shocks subscribers in key regions. PlayStation Plus subscribers in certain regions are experiencing an unexpected change to their monthly free game offerings, with a popular indie darling being replaced by a different title. For September, PlayStation Plus Essential tier subscribers were slated to receive a lineup including Psychonauts 2, Viewfinder, and the highly acclaimed Stardew Valley. While many players expressed satisfaction with this selection, particularly with the inclusion of the BAFTA award-winning puzzle title Viewfinder, a significant portion of the player base in Japan and Southeast Asia discovered that Stardew Valley was not available to them. Instead, these regions are receiving Dragon Marked for Death as the replacement. The reason behind this regional divergence stems from the digital licensing of Stardew Valley. Reports indicate that the publisher responsible for distributing Stardew Valley digitally in Japan and Southeast Asia did not renew its digital license on the PlayStation platform, rendering it unavailable for digital purchase or download through PlayStation Plus in those areas. While this impacts digital access, Stardew Valley can still be obtained via a physical edition on PS4 and is available digitally on other platforms, including the Nintendo Switch eShop. Dragon Marked for Death, the substitute title, is a 2D side-scrolling action RPG designed for cooperative play, supporting up to 4 players. Its premise involves characters known as the Dragonblood clan who have formed a pact with an astral dragon, granting them special powers. While not universally lauded, the game holds a Metacritic score of 69, suggesting it offers a worthwhile experience, especially for PlayStation Plus subscribers who can access it without additional cost. This situation underscores the complexities of digital distribution rights and regional licensing agreements that can affect game availability, even within a global subscription service. As players look ahead to the next wave of games for the extra and premium tiers, scheduled for unveiling on September 10th and releasing on September 16th, this regional anomaly serves as a reminder of the intricate factors governing game access. It's always interesting when regional differences pop up in game availability, isn't it? Now, before we wrap things up, let's take a lightning-fast look back at the biggest stories we covered today. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news cycle. We saw Hollow Knight, Silksong shatter player records and demand crash digital storefronts worldwide. We also learned about the tough financial realities facing VR developers with the PSVR2 port of Underdogs. Plus, a surprising regional swap hit PlayStation Plus subscribers this month. What an incredible rundown! You've been amazing, Nexus crew. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming news, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. And hey, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of today's stories. See you in the next one.